Yo.
We back once again with the True Hip Hop Podcast.
Hey.
It's your boy DJ Blaze.
And that guy again.
Wolverine. We back for episode
227.
Yeah, going to heaven.
But
before we get started, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Right now.
Like, comment, and share.
Right now.
It helps us out tremendously on the algorithm.
Oh, yeah,
Me and Wolf appreciate all the love y'all been giving us, but y'all ain't been subscribing, so hit that bell.
Bing!
And make sure it's all notifications, you feel me? Alright, y'all, we just finna dive right into these YouTube streets on the Source magazine. Quavo and Offset have been at odds over the last year or so. Overall, they were extremely close for many years. However, rumors involving Offset and Sweetie reportedly led them to having a falling out subsequently. Quavo and Takeoff remain as a duo, while Offset went off and did his own thing. In fact, Offset reportedly has a new album coming out. He has been teasing the project quite a bit, and fans are extremely excited to hear what it's all about. Despite the falling out with the group, Offset took Takeoff's death extremely hard, which is obviously understandable. Takeoff's passing was truly shocking, and Offset was never able to give his friend a proper goodbye. Although he recently got to honor the man by dedicating his entire back to Takeoff. In a recent Instagram post, Offset unveiled his new back piece, which had a portrait of Takeoff. It was an incredible gesture that showcased his love for the man. Unfortunately, Quavo doesn't seem to approve. In the Instagram post above, Quavo could be seen standing on top of a plane. In a caption to the post, he wrote, "Rocket power. It's in you, not on you." If you know anything about Takeoff, his solo album was called The Last Rocket. Moreover, Quavo plans on naming his album Rocket Power, which is a reference to the late rapper. Needless to say, you can see how fans are saying that this seems to be not so subtle diss, and Quavo didn't like the tattoos.
Bro, you know, all this is about, I got a good hunch. This is what I'm telling you this scenario about. With QC. Now, QC and Offset have had a beef because QC, Offset was wanting to get out of QC, right?
Right.
QC, months later, QC ended up selling, right?
Yeah.
I think Quavo and Takeoff had something into play with that contract with the three Migos.
Well, Quavo was out of the contract.
It was out of the contract, but the contract would have been extensive, bigger with all three of them.
I think he got the heads up they were selling, so he got out the contract and got Head Honcho Records, which him and Takeoff did. So he's gonna have Takeoff album his album under his label,
right?
But Offset couldn't get off. He didn't get no money. He didn't get nothing out the deal.
But once again, listen to me explaining the plot. Now, Offset got off. Offset didn't get on, right? Because he's still going into flux with that. Because right now, where is he? He don't know where to get his money from because the label been sold. But Quavo, they knew about this was happening. I think all of them knew about this process of being sold. But the thing was, they had something else in the play.
Who had something else in the play?
The Migos. They was probably signing a bigger.
No,
they probably was. You don't know.
They didn't let him put out that album. They said they already had an album done. They wouldn't even let him put it out. You know,
because it was something already in the play. These type of things, bro, they don't happen overnight.
Nah, I know they wasn't gonna get no money. They know they wasn't gonna get no money. That's why everybody left. You know, and the ones that couldn't leave got sold with the company.
Right. So what I'm trying to tell you was, they got a heads up. When they got the heads up, it was something bigger in the play. Because other than that, because
what made them beef though?
This what made them beef. If you really listen to what we explaining
when he got mad, it was over Sweetie. When they really started beefing,
that was just a piece of the pie, bro. That was a slice of the cake.
He would have beef with QC and Coach P and all them, man.
Who?
Not Quavo. Why would he have beef with Quavo over a contract?
Because the
He got
Migos
beef
was going
later
to
on.
listen.
No,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about the beef now. What they mad about? Quavo is aligning with
It's
mob
all
ties.
it's all in the same play from the original.
But
thing.
we gotta talk about why they're beefing now. Though.
That's why they
because
still
remember,
beefing. They still
his
beefing
fucking
about that.
nephew cousin got shot.
They still
you know,
beefing, and he feeling like that. Okay, when we had this in the play, you didn't want to join with us. Now all of a sudden that he did. Now you want to act like you mourning over him extra hard, but in the whole time
mourn over him, no.
Because when it was going to make the power move, this speculation, when it was going to make that power move before Offset had died, Takeoff had died, they separated. They separated because they didn't make that business. That it was some business behind the scene,
but what
wasn't
he mad
happening.
About
And if
now,
people,
man, you don't know.
He's
nothing
still mad about it. He's still like, bro, don't
shot, man.
Bro, he's like, bro,
listen,
don't try to mourn him now, bro. But when we had this big power move in the play, you want to separate yourself.
Listen, when Jay Prince tried to dog him out on the internet, Quavo didn't have his back. How are you gonna dog my fucking cousin out and then I'm aligned with you? And I was there when he got shot. I would be mad if I was Offset too. F this nigga. What is you doing with these dudes, man? What are you doing? I would be mad too. Yes, I put a tattoo on my back of my cousin, and you gonna try to hate? You know what I'm saying? It's not in you, it's on you. Oh, it's not on you, it's in you. And then you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, like I said,
like why? This should be a time where they should be reconciling. You know. We both
because
off
neither
a
one
family
gonna
member.
do anything. That Rocket Man ain't gonna do nothing. It's not.
They can't do nothing without each other. It's a wrap. Since Takeoff is gone, it's a wrap. There's no more Migos.
I believe it was some behind the scene business, and it's still going on.
That could be too, though. But this murder shit, man, that's not cool for my cousin to be hanging with these dudes, mob ties, man. How is that cool? You know what I'm saying? Why is you still in Houston? What is you doing, man? Like, that's ill, B. Like, you know something. You was there. How come you ain't said nothing, Quavo?
Because he do know something. He do know something.
Man,
bro.
That's
it's bigger behind the scene. It was a business ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And Quavo's still mad about the business ordeal. And
no, Offset is mad. Quavo ain't mad.
Offset.
Quavo gonna get his bread. Quavo ain't mad. Offset is mad.
Why Offset was so? Why Quavo mad for the mirror on his back?
That's hating, bro.
So
they saying who loved them the most.
So
who loved them the most? That's both y'all family members.
Like I said, it was a business move behind the scene that
with Quavo. Quavo got
and it goes back to that video they had. Even with that video they had, right?
You seen the contract on the
signing the contract. It was only 2 of them signing that contract. It wasn't
Offset.
Right. So therefore, that's all subliminal.
Takeoff and Quavo signed that contract.
I'm
Quavo
telling
gets
you,
everything
mark
now.
my word, that is something business behind the scene. Because that's why in that video, it was only those business. 2. It is only those 2 in signing the contract. That's a subliminal shot to take to Offset, showing that okay, now it's just me and my cousin. They even said that back in the radio. So it was some business contract that they all were supposed to sign up on. Offset decided he didn't want to sign up on it, so just Quavo and Takeoff were signing up on it, and that's still a subliminal shot at Offset in that video.
Right. Yep. Well, he said Offset said he was in Atlanta and he seen Jazz Prince. And Jazz Prince ran, you know what I'm saying, over this weekend, you know.
Who said that?
Offset. He seen him in Atlanta. And they were like, why is Jazz Prince, not Jay Prince, the Jazz Prince, the other son.
Yeah.
They seen him in Atlanta.
But he ain't got nothing to do with it.
Man, he
wasn't even there. He wasn't there.
That's your brother, man.
Yeah, that's your brother. He wasn't there. He wasn't even there.
Man.
So Jazz ain't had nothing to do with it.
So what's up with the trial? How come nobody saying nothing about the trial?
Because he's out. He's not.
He got out on bail. They ain't saying nothing when they going back to court.
None of that.
When they investigating, no leads, no nothing. So this gonna be swept under the rug, man. That's sad. All right, y'all.
Another murder subject. Because look, do they have anybody for Mo 3?
They ain't got nobody from Duke the Driller, Mold 3, PNB Rock. None of them guys, man. But
I don't understand how those murders going.
And they just killed another dude, Pimpalicious. He was making the bandana coats and the bandana shirts, and his name was Pimpalicious. They just killed him Saturday.
In Houston?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a store and everything where he was selling all that, man.
Hey, that's the one who had, he said that he was doing something with somebody. I gotta remember that story. Cause he was doing the story and he said, I ain't want to have nothing in, I ain't want nothing in, he didn't want to get in between it.
Yeah.
It was mob ties and...
It was something with the clothing line, something happened.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, I didn't want to get it in between.
But it was personal, because they shot him in the street, but they didn't take his chains off. So they left him there.
He was a jeweler.
No, he was selling clothes.
Was it clothes?
He had a store. The bandana Jones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he had a store.
But I thought he had some.
He had jewelry on.
No, it was just some discrepancy he had. He was doing an interview. And he was talking about that discrepancy he had with somebody. I can't remember exactly. But y'all find that interview and leave a remark or comment on that. Because I believe he was in an interview. He was talking about that same conflict he had, but he said he had squashed it.
Yeah, but nobody.
He was like, I gotta live here in Houston, I got my store and everything, so I ain't wanted to become no controversy because I gotta live here.
Right.
And then he said he made a phone call and somebody ended up squashing about it.
Yeah, that was crazy too. Stay out of Houston rappers, man.
Houston ain't a place for no rappers, yo. Well, he ain't even a rapper.
I know, but he had some bread.
So you can't be in Houston with no bread?
It don't look like it.
I thought Houston was a place where black people go and get be able to live comfortable with some money. I know a few people in Houston, but they old retired people. You can't be on that scene in Houston. If you're gonna go to Houston, retire, get you a nice little spot, chill back. A vacation crib. Don't have Houston as a main residence because, at least don't be in a hip hop type of ordeal.
All right, man, we gotta move on, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all stream Alpha King 2 on all platforms. Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Deezer. Wolverine, you got any shout outs?
To our fans.
Shout out to all the loyal fans.
Loyalty.
Nigeria, shout out. Peace.